Yeah, we should examine and interrogate Sweeney.
I'm gonna look at Mr. Lewowski and say, do you think we still have a chance to put Miss Wozniak on our side?
Maybe if you get on her good side, we can still have her cooperate.
In this game, when you attempt some rolls twice, you get a -3 every time that you make the roll, and there is a prime that you can take in order to avoid having that -3 every time you try again. Oh, exactly. Okay. You managed to present her with all of the legal arguments, and she accepts to try to convince him to come forward with what he has so that he might get a lighter prison sentence if he is guilty, or so that his cooperation might prove him not guilty.
Miss Wozniak, I want to be clear, no trap and no attempt to lure us, right?
I promise.
I want to see if she's lying.
Roll for empathy. She is very protective of her son, so as long as you're not trying to put him in prison, she won't actually try to do anything. But she might turn on you if it turns out that he's guilty and she takes his side. She is somewhat lying that she promises. Are you going to let her help you persuade her son?
I'm going to tell her that I'm going to be back, and I'm going to go out with the others and say, I think we should keep her as a last resort, because as long as we're going to try something consistent against him, she's probably going to turn back, and we might have a double problem.
I'm just interested in how many people that she brought from that state.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I want this answer.
Are you all going to be there for the interrogation?
I definitely am.
If we are 6 in the room, either interrogating or present, I'm not sure it's a good idea to get some information. It might get confusing for him.
I will be in her room then.
So right now in the room, it's Elliot, Ness, Eric, and Philip. Are you inside the room or just outside it?
I'm just outside it.
Yeah, Oliver, you should be inside.
I'll enter as well.
Edward still hasn't said anything, and when you come into the room, he just watches all of you enter, and you can see a sort of smile forming under his generous mustache.
So, Mr. Sweeney, I know that you seem to be amused by us actually, but you are having pretty serious charge that will be held against you. Do you have anything to tell us before we start officially?
He does not answer.
I'm gonna just look at Ness so we can take it the lead.
Ness nods and says, do whatever you need to do.
You know that we have Miss Wozniak in the other room, and if you don't talk, we'll have to arrest both of you and make you fall for what you did.
She does not answer.
So I'm gonna pull out the documents and show him that we found that there is a mismatch with the inventory and it was not prescribing the right medicine to the patient. I'm gonna tell him we have a witness that identified the location. I'm gonna pull out pretty much everything we have from the beginning to the end. I'm gonna roll a empathy check on him to see like if he's just waiting for something or if he got some intention.
You get the sense that he is waiting for something, and that the amount of proof that you have doesn't seem to bother him. He doesn't seem to think that he's in any trouble.
His cousin is the judge, right?
Yeah.
Am I good at lying? I have an idea.
I am good at lying.
I'm gonna bring you outside. I'm gonna tell you, I think I have an idea. What about we try to convince him that we arrest his cousin for complicity and we say that he's not going to be protected, and we're gonna pull another judge name that will just put him in jail and give us everything we need, which could go on this track maybe? I feel he's just waiting for some things, so I think he's just protected, but if he feels that, oh no, finally his cousin won't get him out of there and he's trapped, maybe we're gonna get something from him.
Yeah, I can lie about that. I'll go with the we arrest your cousin.
Roll for subterfuge.
So I'm gonna come back in the room with him.
Wow.
Oh, exceptional success!
Nice.
Hey.
You convince him that you have arrested the judge, and he doesn't answer. He still doesn't speak. But there is a beep coming from the machine next to him, and Keeler takes notes of something when this has happened.
I'm just gonna go beside him and like whisper, what was that?
He's nervous.
Maybe got something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna pull out you again outside. I'm gonna look at you and say, okay, you know what? I have no clue what I'm doing. He's probably some sort of monster, and look, do something. My way doesn't work.
Well, he's hooked on that line detector, so ask him and see what the machine will.
There's a good chance he's somewhat of a psychopath, or at least that's what it seems to be.
Yeah, try to provoke him or something. I don't know.
Okay. Can I go back
so-
inside? So, what makes you nervous? You trying to imagine your life in prison?
He turns towards the machine, and you can see the different arms of the machine that are recording things that are moving around, and they all stop moving.
Oh no, I don't like that.
Stop that.
God. Stop it. You stop that.
And he turns back to you, and he's smiling, and you can see Leonardo Killer looks down, he looks back up, and he comes towards Sweeney, and he starts like checking that everything that he's put on him.
I'm going to
is
pull him back.
Okay. He says, wait, there's a problem with the machine. The electrodes must have been disconnected.
There is no problem with the machine.
I hear a problem with the machine and I enter the room.
No. The only way the machine could have stopped working is if his heart and all of his nervous system just stopped working at the same time. So,
These things are notoriously unreliable.
notoriously, I invented this like 5 years ago. What are you talking about?
Not the machine's undead.
In certain circles, we've been using them since their invention.
Can you reconnect it or make sure that...
Yeah. I just have to get close to him.
I just walk over and I say, what's going on? Are we in trouble?
Philip, would you mind making sure that our guest won't try anything funny while the inventor reconnects his machine?
Absolutely. And I go over and I put my hands on Sweeney's shoulders, just making sure he doesn't move. And if he does, I'm like fully tensed and ready to catch him.
Keeler starts checking his machine a couple of times, and after a bit, he looks up towards Sweeney, and Sweeney is looking straight at him with a smile. And Keeler just like raises his fingers to Sweeney's neck and tries to find a pulse for an entire minute before getting up and backing out of the room and saying, okay, I need a break. And he leaves the room.
Oh my god!
Everybody can roll for clairvoyance, by the way.
Okay.
I don't think it's worth it for me.
You can't use clairvoyance. You don't have the necessary understanding of how a karma works. And Stefan, you're not in the room, right?
Nope, I'm not in here.
Okay, so you don't detect anything.
Just to clarify, we don't need clairvoyance to figure out that he's stopped his heart,
Yeah.
and that it's probably magic that is allowing him to do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a little bit of a sample of his blood, and then drink it. Oh, no, wait.
What?
First I'm
You-
going to say
what?
something.
Oh shit! Oh, you have. Wait, you have
Oh!
Yeah. In Egypt, he learned the strange art of necromancy, that of drinking the dead. And then I'm going to take some blood and drink it.
I'm just gonna like do 2 steps back.
You
I
can.
move my hands down on Sweeney and like just hold his biceps against the chair to keep him steady as I watch in curiosity and horror as this goes down.
I'm gonna leave the room.
Have some scattered memories at your discretion.
Yeah, your face is in the mud, and there is the soothing voice coming over you that says, there, it's all right now. It's the voice of Michelle Bosniak, and all around you, all you can hear apart from her voice, is the sound of guns and bombs and a plane passing over your head. And then you get another memory, and you are standing over a woman with your fists raised, and there is a child crying in the house, and she begs you to stop, and you don't. And then you are in the streets, dragging a body through Kingsbury Run and just dropping it in a more populated area than before, and you feel a rush of pride and joy, because you know in that moment that you have never been more human. And then the vision stopped.
Alright, so that was interesting. Learned a couple things. 1, this guy's dead. 2, I think he might have a child, or that could have just been him beating up a woman and a child. 3, he is definitely the murderer. I saw him dragging a body into Kingsbury Run. And lastly, it makes him feel human to kill people.
And he says, I am human. I have seen what humans really are. I know our true nature. I had to die in the trenches, courageous and full of hope for the future. That's what killed me, not the war, not the bullets. I was killed because I saw the young men in my regiment shoot off targets because they didn't really want to kill anyone. They were still pretending. The Germans weren't. They'd stopped the politeness a long time ago. They didn't pretend to be good people because they knew none of us really were. They shot me dead, and I knew humans' true nature is war and violence. I have always known. So when she brought me back, I embraced it.
Yeah, but you're still dead, so not really human?
I'm just like you.
No, you're dead, I'm not.
Well, he may be dead in a sense, but he's sitting here having a conversation with us that does cast some similarities, as much as I hate to admit it.
Some? We are exactly alike. All of you and I. Stop lying to yourselves. I know you are. Sometimes when you're holding a knife, you can just feel wanting to stab someone. And sometimes when you're driving, you just want to roll someone over. But you pretend this doesn't happen. You pretend away your humanity. Humans are violence. It's who we are. And I'm the most human of all.
I know the diva said to do this lawfully, but can we please just chop off his head and burn the body? It's so much easier. I mean, he's obviously the murderer.
I'm just kind of like staring at him. Philip doesn't know if he has anything to say, but he is staring daggers into Sweeney's head right now as he's holding onto his arms. And like he's holding on pretty tight, like tight enough to leave bruises.
Mm-hmm. Just like his mother, he doesn't seem to feel pain.
That was kind of expected.
The lie detector arms have started moving again while he was talking.
Oh.
Looks like he can't do that forever. It's a nice trick, though.
I have a battery, just got bored.
So, your thoughts on chopping off his head and burning the body?
I mean, it would get rid of him, but I don't know, I feel like it wouldn't do enough. I feel like there's still justice to deliver in ways, and making sure that this sort of thing doesn't keep happening, because I doubt that he's just an outlier. If that Michelle might have others that have similar tendencies that just haven't acted out yet, or have and have been really good at hiding it.
I suppose that's an excellent point.
Elliot leaves the room.
Oh yeah, I thought Elliot was there.
He was sitting through all of this, and he looks shaken, and his gaze gets lost in the distance, just like when he was watching Mrs. Ruffles being burnt on the fire.
No!
And when he comes out of the room, the people who are outside, you can just see him just like sitting on a chair and just staring in the distance.
I'm just gonna go beside him. I'm a little bit shocked too, and gonna ask him what happened inside.
He talked about what he thinks humans' true nature is. It's been violent, and I look at the way I've been handling this case, me and the other police officers, and it's scary because I can stand him, some part of him. What you told me about O'Bonnell and this Joseph in our department, I tried to sweep Joseph's actions under the rug so that the public would have a better opinion of us than if I just took care of it. But I've been handling all of this very wrong, and I should really not have burnt that. I'm sorry. I'm really happy you came and you're helping me resolve this, because I wouldn't have been able to resolve all of this without you.
I know
Well,
this is very hard for you. It's not easy for me. I'm not like them. I'm like you. In fact, I don't have any power. I just learned everything a few days ago, and I don't know what you do. I left because it seems so unreal, but take everything you learned and saw and use it to be a better person later.
Yeah.
We learn
Thank you.
from mistakes. We all do mistakes, but it's in the mistakes that we learn the most. I'm just gonna lay on the chair.
There is a knock on the door coming from the outside.
I'm gonna ask Ness, are we waiting for someone?
No, not at all.
Super.
Nobody knows we're here.
I'm just
Nobody's
gonna
supposed to
wave
know.
him to be quiet, and I'm just gonna sneak to the window and look outside.
You're inside of a hotel, so there is no window, but when you peek through, you can see the face of Apollo looking back at you.
Gonna look Ness and say, it won't get better. That's the thing that made us travel here. I think we're going back home. I don't know. Just gonna knock on the door where everyone is. Alright, I'll just open and say, we have company. Come outside if you want to know who it is. And I'm just gonna close the door.
Okay. Philip or Oliver, do you go out?
I feel like Philip would stay there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go to the door and kind of look out.
Okay. It's Apollo.
Is someone going to let in our esteemed diva?
Okay, sure. I'm gonna open the door.
I'm keeping my hands on Sweeney. I am not moving away from him.
Hello.
Hello. The time is almost up.
Told you. I'm gonna look at Ness because no one else was there when I tell that.
Alright, then we should probably... My vote is to chop off Sweeney's head and burn the body, but I know
That's not justice.
you are probably not going to go for that.
Apollo nods and says, do you think I could have a word with Mr. Ness? Alone?
I will return to Sweeney's room.
Okay.
May I stay?
No, I asked to be alone with Mr. Ness.
I'm gonna leave. Can I try to listen though?
Yes, you can try to make a stealth, because you're trying to listen in while being discreet.
Okay, I'm gonna take risk, and efficacy, and I'm gonna roll.
You successfully listen in on the conversation, and you hear that Apollo is asking Elliot, have they shown you anything that would make you change your mind about the way you ran this investigation? And Elliot Ness makes a list of the ways you have convinced him that the police department was doing their job wrong. And when Apollo is done, Apollo says, all right, thank you very much. And you hear the door opening and closing again. That is when you also hear the sound of rope tearing. Which room are you in?
Not in the room where Sweeney is, but another room close.
Okay, so you're going to be in the same room as Michelle was there. Sweeney says, you know, I have read the writings on civil liberties, and I should not be held here legally.
You're also dead, so I don't think civil liberties apply to you.
Good luck finding a judge that will accept your statement that I'm not alive.
I mean, he's got a point. No matter what we do, though, there's not going to be full public justice, I feel.
You see a smile creep up on Sweeney's face. His hands shake a little under the restraints, and something under his blouse starts to move.
Oh,
There is a sound of skin tearing, and the sides of the blouse part like a theater curtain to reveal what is beneath. Just like with Mrs. Ruffles' body, the chest is split into a huge mouth, with the ribs serving as sharpened teeth. There are grasping arms within the mouth, and just as many brains that stick out of the flesh into which they have been stitched. Sweeney rises, tearing through the ropes like paper. I can finally stop pretending and do what humans do best, he says, just before his arms lunge towards Philip. Roll initiative.
alright!
Hi everyone, and thank you for watching this video. If you want to be a part of this story, we are currently looking for more players and game masters to play new games in this setting and on this channel. You can also be a part of the story by having your face added to the cast of characters. I draw all of the images for this game, and you can commission me to make you into an NPC. If you like the style and you want a drawing like that of yourself, or if you want to contribute to the project, you can contact me through the links in the description. Finally, if you want to keep up with all of the adventures on this channel, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell button so you can get a notification each time we upload the next episode of this story. And it would be very nice of you to like and share the video to help this channel grow. Have a nice day, everyone.